Welcome to another Whisper video. In this video, I'm going to not exactly whisper so much, try and add a bit of volume to my voice, as that might help relax you. But I'm also very interested in this video by what actually appears in it. This video was shot at the Museum of Modern Art in New York City in 2012. As you could probably understand from my voice, I'm from Australia, and I went on a pretty small trip to the US in 2012 and to New York, and it was one of the greatest times I've ever had in my life. The city has such variety. It's an amazing place, and one of the main reasons I went there was to experience the art culture there, and the museums were absolutely incredible. I think I enjoyed the MoMA gallery the most, basically because it's just so weird, so amazing, the stuff that's gone in there. One of the main things I do remember is a year before this, the gallery where I live brought a bunch of pieces of art from MoMA over to Australia, where I live. And it really inspired me to want to go see more. So that's one of the reasons why I went over there. And it's such an amazing place. I've mentioned that quite a bit. As far as I know, you're not supposed to film in there. You can take photos and stuff. As you'll soon find out that I was told to turn the camera off, which is a shame because I was really enjoying. Maybe it was just one guard that told me off, but I think I should have respected what he said, so I did turn it off. But what I did capture was quite a few interesting installations. Some of them I didn't really see the appeal or the meaning behind them. Maybe that's just me, that I didn't understand. But there's something for everyone in there. This one in particular was a whole wall filled with television screens, showing the life of someone, and he was just going around doing mundane things. He recorded himself doing really odd things, like just sitting down, eating and drawing and stuff like that. I don't know why. You could probably hear there's a cat scratching in the background of this while I'm recording this. It's just my friend George the cat. He comes to visit me sometimes, and yeah. So there's a lot of weird stuff going on in this video. It's, as I was saying, it was a place that I really wanted to see. It was on one of my list of things to go do while I was in there, and I devoted half a day to just go there and explore. I also went to the Guggenheim Museum, and that was kind of disappointing because you could only visit two levels. But I was still amazed at the architecture of the place. And if I ever went back there, I hope that I'd be able to see the whole thing. They were making some stuff, renovations or something. So now we are out of MoMA, and we are now walking through the streets of New York. And it's an amazing city, as you can see. So there's so much going on, so much variety, and I did go to Central Park quite a bit. It's really, well, during the day. I wouldn't go there at night, as I read somewhere in a travel guide that it's not the best idea. Best idea is to go during the day when there's a lot of people around. But I suppose it's monitored and everything. And when I was there, it was February, and people were skating on the ice. I really wanted to. I was expecting it to be snowing during this month, but it wasn't, and maybe that was for the best, because storms hitting New York usually close down a lot of sections, and that would be really annoying if I couldn't go out there, because I was there for a week, so I wanted to jam pack so much into what I was doing. Yeah, this camera's kind of all over the place. I was just really excited, so I was just going around filming whatever I could see, whatever interested me. And as you can see, there was a lot of people skiing, ice skating, as you would call it. I don't think I'd be able to ice skate. It'd be pretty horrible. I've tried it before, but yeah, I wouldn't do it again. What really fascinated me was walking around the city, and actually just how easy it is to find your way around. I looked at, I mean, it's a bit daunting at first when you look at the maps and everything of New York City, and you think, gee, how long is it going to take to walk from A to B? But I looked at it as different rows. So I'd find a street in like Broadway or something, and I'd say to myself, okay, if I just walk straight down this road, I'll eventually intersect with another road, another well-known road, that will lead me to wherever I want to go. And I took Central Park as a point of reference as well. It was, I ended up going there quite a bit, because if you got lost, you could always just head back to Central Park and you'd find, a well-known landmark, and you could make your way around by doing that. Quite a few places I wanted to visit were near Central Park, so all I had to do was go there and like the Guggenheim Museum. the Museum of Natural History, I think it's called. That was located on one side of Central Park, so all you had to do was walk, half the length of Central Park, and you'd see them. You can hear the cat purring. Could be very soothing. So, as I was saying, I would walk around the boundaries of Central Park. Another thing that really interested me was seeing where John Lennon used to live, in the Dakota Building, because, being a Beatles fan, you just want to know, where the man lived. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. So you can see the outside of the Guggenheim Museum. That's a really obscure shaped building. I remember seeing it first in the first Men in Black film, and I always thought to myself, what an interesting looking building. So yeah, I've always wanted to visit that place. As you can see, it's you just keep going round in circles and you make your way up to the very top. But yeah, half of it was closed off. So yeah, I would take many strolls back through Central Park. You'd always see something very interesting, and there'd always be people, that walking around. Just it's a very romantic place to be. And I would cut from one side to the other, and I wouldn't know where I was going really. I'd just have a vague idea of where things were. So I walked from one side to the other, and I would end up in what's known as strawberry fields. There is a commemoration to John Lennon and everything, his memory, near the Dakota Building, where he sadly was, where his life ended. But it's a very popular area. A lot of people go there and just to pay their respects. And I'm glad I did that. That was another thing I had on my list of things to do while I was there. But also I love the winter time and just walking around and seeing all the bare trees, and I would see squirrels. I've never seen a squirrel before. You'd see squirrels running up the sides of the trees. It got dark really early as well, around 4 p.m. And there was a lot of leaves everywhere on the ground. I suppose in the summertime they have people going on boats in the lake there. But even though it was winter and it was really cold, a lot of people would still just walk around. Yeah, it's just such a beautiful place. It was I get excited when I'm discovering things for the first time, And even though you don't know where you're headed, it's still an interesting experience. Just discovering new things, having no plan. I really like that shot of the city reflected on the water as the day was drawing to a close. People, they all kind of keep to themselves. They don't, you might get a nod or something, but yeah, it's a great city, and I'd really love to go back there one day. So this is the Dakota Building. It's quite a large building, and I think Yoko Ono owns the whole top floor or something. I mean, it's a massive building. It was also used as a location in the Roman Polanski film Rosemary's Baby. There's guards waiting, guarding the door. And this is the strawberry fields that I was talking about. It's, as you can see, lots of people just paying their respects, taking photos and stuff. And people leave things like, as you can see, there's an apple there with incense and just coins and roses. It's a very, very nice thing, because John Lennon and Yoko Ono used to walk around Central Park quite a bit. I think it was one of his favourite places. And as you could see, it was just across the road from where he lived. It's a very beautiful building. I think they were doing renovations on the building next to it. Another thing is, I just loved walking the streets. You just see so many different types of buildings, and the architecture is incredible. And I mean, I was by myself the whole trip, and I would just be thinking of new ideas, and it's just such an inspiring city. And I love a lot of the TV shows that I watch are all set in New York. You know, like Seinfeld. I grew up watching Seinfeld. A lot of films as well. Another show I love is Bored to Death. That's a really great show, focusing on New York and Brooklyn. And that show always makes me feel happy. That's a remedy. Like, I always feel really good after watching that show. I guess it reminds me of walking around the streets of New York. So, if you've been there, that's really good. You probably see places that are familiar. Oh, damn it, this place escapes me. Columbus. I think it was called Columbus Circle or something. I was very familiar with it when I filmed it, but now it's kind of escaped me. Columbus Circle, I think it's called. That was like the entrance to Central Park. Well, one of them anyway. But as you could see, the day was ending, and I was on my way back to the hotel, which was located in Times Square. And I'll post some more videos on different areas of New York. But as you can see, I was just totally inspired by just walking around. I love walking. It's such a peaceful activity, but you're also getting great amount of exercise. And if you ever feel down or anything, just go for a walk. It clears your head, and exercise is a great way of relieving tension, anxiety, stress. Anxiety is, I'll just finish up on that. Anxiety is like pent up stress, and you need to release that. So, doing a physical activity is probably one of the best ways of getting through that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you soon in another one. Thanks for watching. Bye.